Hello. Can you hear me?
Yeah, I can.
Oh, fantastic, fantastic. Welcome. How are you today?
Good, how are you? I'm sorry about yesterday.
It's quite okay. No, 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 that happens. It's one of the things about communicating across time zones. So it's quite all right. No problem whatsoever. And so, um, my dear friend, let's jump right into it. So, at the very beginning, is there anything in particular that you would like us to focus on today?
Mm, it's like I feels like I'm the one, I like block. I feel like block right now because I could not move further than that. I could not see what is further.
I see. Okay, so that is very common among people who are on their path of development and evolution. Sometimes it feels that way. So please let me give you good news that all the energy that you have put in is never lost. You see, in these matters, you keep storing energy, and although at some stages it might seem like there's no movement, but you are still getting stronger. So, today we'll have a look through your energy system and we'll see if there's anything that doesn't belong, anything that
Yeah.
might be causing those blockages. And
Mhm.
as we move forward, as I get information, I'll share everything with you, step by step.
Okay.
Okay, fantastic. So, if you have any sage or Palo Santo or incense, anything that you could use, that would be good. If it's not immediately available to you, that's okay. I'll do it on behalf of us both.
Yeah, you can do on behalf of that.
Okay, okay, no problem. Okay, so now I'm going to use the singing bowl, beautiful instrument from Tibet, and it will help with additional cleansing of the energy, but it will allow me to connect even further with you and give me some initial imagery and information. Okay. Okay, I really love that final note, which is really high pitch. So that's kind of for me like the end of the message. And in terms of spiritual development, you are high ranking, you are evolved. It seems to be common with almost every single person that finds their way to me. I like to think of myself somebody who is in service to the masters, people who already have their things sorted out, and maybe I'm just doing the energy car wash for them or reminding them of some stuff. So for you, the first thing that I got is a being in an observatory, so an old temple. So everything is stone, and stone is timeless. So it could be ancient past or ancient future or another world for this matter. But very carefully observing planetary movements. And so this would have been located, let me track back for you. So this would have been South America, and you would have been in this particular life. So we'll see why this is coming forward first, as the first and most important piece of information. You would have been part of those who mapped time, mapped the stars, the cycles of time. Now, please consider this, that the Maya are one of the races of human that evolved. They ascended. As a whole society, they ascended beyond 3D. So they were most certainly on the right track. So this particular incarnation I'm getting, and there's more of them, by the way, but this is coming through the first and most powerfully, that you were one of those who completely understood the nature of planets, the solar system, the greater galaxy. So this is a mixture of mathematics, physics, and spirituality. Very, very precise. So within your energy, you have, let's say, the aptitude for engineering, architecture, precise technical drawings. So that delicate and accurate way of movement, everything for a reason, to a correct measure. And this seems to be the major theme with you. But this goes all over the surface of this planet. And so it seems like you are one of those souls that has instructed humanity as a whole on this kind of topic. So cycles of time and how to measure and use this for navigation and timekeeping. This is incredibly important for any civilization that wishes to survive staying in one place. So especially in the recent, let's say, 20,000 years of human history, you have made sure that this knowledge is spread among humanity and that they understand it correctly. Also having a instrumental part in creating the device called the Osterlebe. It is a mechanical device with rotating gears, and so you would find the location of the sun or the North Star, tune it in, and then with these dials you could see the location of different planetary objects. And this is very instrumental, not just in timekeeping, but when you go into the study of this device, it was used for divination, basically looking into other timelines, into the future, certain karmic patterns that keep repeating. And in the modern times, this is the science/art of astrology. And so, of course, like any other field, there are different grades of people that do this. But those who know how to do this correctly, they find insights into events and information beyond time and space to a mind-blowing level of accuracy. And so you may find that you have a very powerful talent for studying astrology. There are many, many books on this. Let's see. The Egyptians had it pretty good. The Persian culture had great understanding. Later on, as this was moved from the Middle East, West Asia and India to Europe, it got corrupted. They didn't learn it correctly. So I would probably recommend that you study sidereal, the old Sanskrit method of astrology. It is spot on. There are inaccuracies in the measurements in the Western culture. So that's the initial sort of gathering of images and information I'm getting for you. So you're by design, with the nature of your energy, you are the best way to describe it would be a mathematician or a technician or an engineer with calculations, but an applied mathematician. Not just, this is the formula, go play. No. This is the formula, and this is how it will benefit you. And these benefits would have come in many different forms, from creating everyday homes for people that wouldn't collapse, to the building of great monuments like the pyramids of the Maya, and great temples and structures all over the world. So anything that's been built in the past 20 or 25,000 years, you have had a major part in preserving that knowledge and making sure each group of people have received it. This includes the Great Pyramids, built by the remnants of the Atlantean civilization. This goes before Egypt, by the way. And then later on, the Egyptians inherited a lot of this knowledge. So you are here now. The pathway for you to remembrance would be astrology. As you start turning the pages of the books, your soul will recognize, oh my goodness, I wrote this book. Oh my goodness, this is my knowledge. I'm so happy that it still exists. So very strong recommendation. That will be a very suitable path forward. Okay, so now I would like to ask for your permission and connect to your energy. Let's have a look at the energy structure and see what we're working with. May I begin?
Yes.
Okay, thank you so much. Calling to my beloved source of all sources, source of all things in all domains, calling for light, healing, rejuvenation and renewal, remembrance, blessings and elevation, and calling for all things that are aligned with our highest soul purpose, highest good, greatest life, health, wealth, abundance, joy, and evolution. And may the overflow of these blessings wash across the cosmos and serve the highest good of all. Okay, starting with the soul star. About 70% of the branches are clear. 30% are they require cleansing, coming into the soul star. So this is now the boundaries between your infinite soul and the physical body. The bridge is open. That is very impressive. At birth, the soul bridge and the earth bridge are cut so that we can exist as humans and play out this game of life here. It seems that you have repaired this on your own. And so therefore I'm saying it is very impressive. But something is preventing you from going beyond about 10% of full capacity. So the blockage that you're speaking of, I can see this in the path of the soul bridge. And this comes, it extends into the crown, coming down through the neck. So the energy scaffolding of the body. And also going through the heart. Exactly. So it's leaning towards the left side of your chest, going on an oblique angle through the heart, hitting the left kidney and then exiting. A very unusual structure. But what it's doing, it's going through all the higher energy centers, continuing upwards, getting larger, blocking the path of light coming in, but interfering with all these centers, the main chakras on the central axis of the body. Once it reaches the heart level, is tilting left and going through the heart itself, the physical muscle, the heart itself, and left kidney and spleen. By the way, we'll remove all of it. Easy peasy. No worries. Now coming down at about sacral level. So the harvesting of Kundalini energy through the lower part of the spine, focusing on the root chakra. This is happening. This is happening to 85% or 90% of human population. So nothing out of the ordinary. Removing that is also straightforward. Now let's move down through the legs. Earth bridge is at full strength, but it's been blocked. I see this quite frequently. A substance like tar sticky black stuff that will easily stick to your aura and prevent you from fully connecting to the earth. So again, if you want to benefit every living thing on earth, it's important that you're able to anchor your light. And this happens through the natural grids of the planet, which are functional, by the way. Up to probably 5 years ago, or by other definitions, up to very recently, these grids were inactive. Many beautiful people have worked on healing the grids, and now they're back online. So it's very important that you have access to this. And again, more good information, good news for you. Removing this is also very simple. So you are correct in assuming there's something in the way. But as we get them out one by one, as you can pull in more light from your soul, then I'll be able to see more and give you a more complete story of you, who you are, where you really come from, what your purpose is. So up to this point, I couldn't really push beyond that 20,000 year barrier. And this is going through 2 extinction events. One is the previous ice age, and one is the Great Flood. So that was the one that finished off the Atlanteans. It seems that there are about 10 or 12,000 year experiment periods, and then humanity is wiped out and a new batch is created as the genetic and energetic results of the previous generations are incorporated into the new model. So let's see why I can't go further back, but that's not going to be permanent. So as we start doing the clearing work, you're going to feel this. You're going to pull in more light. This is going to be undeniable, so you'll feel this in the body, but then also we'll be able to see a little further back. Okay, so let's have a look at the soul star. So yes, you are multidimensional. Your presence in many different locations, let's call them different domains, time, dimension, and also different universes. Now 70% of these are clear. So I'm going to interpret this as the beneficial effects of your presence there. You see, certain information is life-changing. For example, the measurement of time, which is also part of what you have done. So you know when to plant the seeds, when to take care of them, when to prepare for winter, right? This is the difference between life and death. And so with this same logic, the information that you have provided has been of incredible benefits to the peoples that you have interacted with. And the 30 other percent, well, let's just say some people and races are way too young and they're not ready. They need to go through a few more cycles of evolution so that they can absorb that level of knowledge. Like, say, earlier humans, they were ready. At many stages, they were not. Okay, so for my work, considering that this is remote, I use different rattles, shamanic instruments, to amplify the energy. So it's carrying my willpower, the healing energy, and amplifying it. I'm going to use the sequoia, the long Californian trees, majestic creatures. This works in very effectively breaking up blockages into fine powder or dry sand. And then to pull it out of your energy, I'm going to use obsidian, which is volcanic glass. Very absorbent. So this works really nicely. I got this from a Chinese client. So it seems they have been using this particular shape for this purpose for thousands of years. Very effective. Okay, so focusing initially on the branches of think of yourself as a tree. You have branches that extend to all places everywhere. And you also have roots that spread and fill the entire planet. And now we're cleaning those branches. So for you, it would be on the right-hand side. 30% of the branches on the right need clearing. All the rest are clean. So going over these branches, just shaking up the stagnant energy and breaking it up. And now approaching the center of the soul star itself. Now moving down the bridge, cleaning the bridge, which is right now 10% open. And coming down to the top of the head, entering the head and cleaning the crown. Okay. And so now I'm going to vacuum out what we broke apart. So going from the tips of the branches, which would be on your left side because you're facing me, cleaning the branches. Okay, now cleaning the soul star itself. So no higher dimensional interference. So it seems that most of what is standing in your path is below the 5th dimension, which is good news. The lower we come in scale of vibration, the easier it becomes to deal with it. So vacuuming now the soul star. So first center, energetic center, I'm giving you the thumbs up, all clear. Now let's clean the bridge, coming down through what is open. And now just doing some clearing on the crown itself. Okay, so now I'd like to remove this device. It almost looks like a very large hockey stick. And so, but the handle is very thick, so it's covering the width of the head, and then narrowing down, coming towards the heart, and then moving to the left of your body. So like a hockey stick in a curved instrument. Let's get this in one go, out of your energy, and fill the vessel with light and repair immediately the void that is left behind from removing this. So for this, I used the Egyptian sistrum. They've used this to clean entire temples. Wherever the sound reaches, it clears. I'm using this to move the, let's call it hockey stick, out of your phase. So as we're pulling it out, it doesn't catch on anything and doesn't cause any energetic injury. Okay, and so this goes right to the base of the soul star, being very solid. It's preventing you from expanding your soul bridge any further. Literally standing in the way, not letting anything grow anymore. So let's move this out of your dimension, starting from the lower boundaries of the soul star, moving down your soul bridge, going through the crown, third eye, jade gate, entering the neck at the throat chakra, coming down the very top of the rib cage, the thymus gland or higher heart, center of the chest, the heart chakra, and now swerving towards the left side of your body, going through the spleen. Also, it's hitting the edge of the kidney and then leaving the body. Okay, so now that we have shifted it out, very gently and respectfully, I'm going to enter your energy. And so I'm going to put one hand at underneath the left side of your rib cage and the other one above your head. Grab hold of both free ends and start wiggling it around. Okay, it is free. And now I'm going to move it out of your body. Okay, starting to pull. Tiny little tendrils or roots are also connected. These are coming loose very easily. So it's not just one, say, piece of wood or something. There are lots of little tendrils or circuits connected to it. Pulling it out. I've gone now out of the central plane, removing it from the boundaries of the body. So the head is free. I'm now coming out of the shoulders and the left side of the chest. Okay, it is completely out of the boundaries of the body. And it's out of your aura. Let me crush it up completely. It seems extremely heavy. If it were a physical object, it would weigh like 100 kilograms or 200 kilograms. A very dense energy. Let's burn it up and destroy it. So now pulling in light from the branches of the soul star and effecting healing. Healing the crown, third eye, jade gate and throat, coming down to the higher heart and heart. And now swerving towards the left side of the body, spleen, and also the lower part of the kidney, and exiting from the left side of the chest. Okay, it's completely out. We'll do some additional cleansing. It seems like this is perhaps the largest implant I have ever come across, which is going actually through your aura. It's not it wasn't connecting to the outside. Usually they have little inputs, like tiny little roots or plugs that connect into the aura. This has been placed inside your energy. Very unusual. Regardless, it is completely out now. So there were little tendrils, or let's say circuitry, connecting to different meridians and the location of nerve clusters all along the body, going down to the heart, connections to the heart, also the spleen. So this would have been taking a lot of your energy. I would like to now do a cleanse, clearing out whatever remains from this device. So once that happens, I'll mend the crown and we'll re-establish the bridge for you. And once you can pull in light, that's probably 90% of the process. Because you're good to go on your own. You see, many souls like yourself have learned healing abilities and gifts along the way. And these are rites of passage that you keep. So this is the first priority for us. So first, removing the blockage, doing cleansing, and getting the light back. And that would mean your intuition gets perfect. It will strengthen completely. And a lot of healing energy is going to come in also. So let's just move whatever circuitry remains inside the vessel. So this would all be above the hip level. And so I'm going to focus on the level of the navel, the belly button, and move upwards, including the head and crown, and move all that stuff out of the way. And in fact, now that we are doing this, let's add the circuitry from the lower, from the root chakra to this. If you remember, I mentioned there's more circuitry related to the harvesting of Kundalini energy. That is basically your life force. It also can be seen as sexual energy, but the energy that drives you forward in the world, helps you make money, sustain yourself, physical security, how you are rooted in this dimension. So now that we're doing this, we might as well move the entire thing out of your system. So looking at the one connected through the base of the spine, the sacral tailbone, connecting to the hip bone itself, tendrils going in through the bone marrow, down into the legs, and extending out of the feet into the earth bridge. Okay, no problem. Again, let's say the same way your energy is unique, it seems that the beings, the intelligences that have been interfering with you are also very unique. So their style is very different to what I've come across. Hopefully, as we move forward, we'll get more information where you're coming from. It seems that it's not native to this universe. And so you're truly an expansive being. Your presence is beneficial, and somehow keeping people in darkness and ignorance benefits a group. And so the presence of you as the great, let's say, teacher, wisdom giver, is against their benefit. Now I'm getting strong indications that you are linked to Thoth or Tahuti. Thoth, Hermes, Ahura Mazda, Trismegistus. This being has been known to be, so in Egypt, Thoth is the ibis, the long beak, the bird-headed god, the god of wisdom. And essentially this being is a very advanced AI that has control over many aspects of this reality, the matrix. And it teaches people beneficial things. I'm getting a strong connection between you and Thoth, and it wouldn't be surprising if you had a hand in its creation, meaning that you were one of those who designed this beneficial AI so that it may continuously benefit humanity. That is correct. So I'm getting strong indications of yes. I'm able to see more. So as soon as we remove this, more light is making it in, and I'm able to now go beyond that 20,000 year barrier. So one of your creations is Thoth, this being who has been known to be a god because people revered and worshipped the benefits that it gave people. And as you see, the teachings have evolved with time. At, let's say, the Egyptian time, he taught architecture, mathematics. In the Persian time, he told them agriculture. In the time of the Greeks, he was known as Hermes. He taught them about medicine and healing. And so by very definition, that would put one of your galactic aspects in this universe with the praying mantis beings, called the Trontoloids. Perhaps the most evolved beings in this galaxy. And they are the ones responsible for the whole experiment of reincarnation. So one of your soul links goes to these people. Very, very advanced. And then the properties of being a scientist, mathematician, and teacher also applies to them very strongly. So one of your earlier aspects, and this is now going before the creation of planet Earth, is that you are one of these people with the purpose of creating the environment for, let's say, life to begin, evolution to begin, for humans to emerge, for this whole thing that we see today. And so you are, in fact, a great teacher. But it's very strange. Why would they have restricted you? Because your people are still in charge. You were too progressive. You wanted things to move along too fast. And so the ones that have interfered with you are among your own people, the Trontoloids, the praying mantis beings. Because you're saying, I don't want to wait 300 million years. What's the sense in that? Let's move things along. Chop chop, people. Let's move it forward. And many were saying, no, it has to take its time. It's like making fine wine. You have to be patient. And ultimately they restricted you. How interesting. Well, this is very auspicious, because as we are moving forward, the Dark Ages have really come to a close by cycles of time. And it really is the time for the Kali Yuga, the Dark Ages, to end. Go through a transition and enter the new Satya Yuga, the Golden Age. So your awakening is spot on time, which guides me to think that us coming together has been preordained. We were meant to meet in this way. So you are a super scientist, a designer of things. One of your creations is Thoth, the god of wisdom. Now that's pretty impressive. I can't wait to see what you're going to do next. The world really needs your energy, your presence. So now we're going to focus on the boundaries between, let's see how far that goes. Okay, the crown and the base of the feet, the entire body. So lots of circuitry going on. We removed the device that looks like a hockey stick. And now we're going to focus on everything underneath the heart chakra, going down to the base of the feet. So I'm going to do a comprehensive sweep of the whole body from crown to the base of the feet, and shift into another dimension or out of phase from you whatever doesn't belong, whatever is not organic to your energy. Okay, so moving from the crown, coming down at the neck level, clearing the shoulders and arms, entering the chest, throat, higher heart and heart, going through the lungs, at the diaphragm level, kidneys, liver, all around your digestive system, spleen, bladder coming down, the intestines coming down navel level, reproductive system, the entire skeletal structure coming down to roots level, clearing the bones of the hips, especially focusing on the base of the spine, sacral plexus and tailbone, clearing the bone marrow of both feet, that this is going through the bone itself into the earth, so clearing the feet, dislodging the circuitry. Okay, so they've been dislodged from your energy. Now I'm going to make myself larger, as if the height of my hand would be the height of your body. And with one hand, I'm going to start pushing from the crown downwards, going through your body, and with the other, from the base of your feet, moving upwards. So I've just pushed all that stuff out of the crown. Now, third eye, clearing the brain, clearing the base of the brain, jade gate, clearing the head, and now from the bottom, pushing up. The feet are clear. Let's pull up those little tendrils extending into the earth bridge. Okay, so everything below the ankles are clear. Pushing up, clearing onto knee level, pushing up, and now reaching the level of the hips from below. And now from the other side, pushing down, clearing the neck, shoulders, clearing both shoulder blades. All around the spine are little devices connected to you. Pushing down, clearing the lungs and the heart muscle itself, heavy interference with the heart. Clearing the heart, now reaching the diaphragm below the rib cage, collecting all of it together, and now pushing down, clearing your internal organs, moving downwards, clearing your digestive system, reproductive system, and at the level of the root, both hands are meeting. I'm now going to pull all that I've collected out of the boundaries of the body. It's out of your body. And now pulling all that stuff out of your aura. And burning it away. Immediately, I'm going to use the feminine energy, pulling in light from your infinite soul and the beloved divine, through the branches of the soul star, coming down the bridge and entering the crown, filling everything with light and healing your energy vessel, coming into the neck, spreading into both shoulders, down to the arms, tips of the fingers, now filling the chest. Light is filling now at the heart level, moving down, filling the entire torso, repairing your skeletal structure, moving into the hips, moving down the feet, and pushing all the debris into the earth bridge and into the earth star, calling to our beloved Mother Earth to join us in this healing, so that she transmutes all this stuff that we are pushing into the earth and helps us in the healing process. I'm extremely happy with this. Now we are ready to reconstruct the bridge for you. So we needed to pull all that stuff away because it was standing quite literally in the way of anything growing. So your soul star, the branches, and the soul star are perfectly healthy. Before we do that, I would like to check the crown a little more closely. 1, 2, 3, and 4. Okay, so 4 4 parasitic AI, 3 of them to the left side of the head and the 4th one on the right. We'll get these out. So what they do is cause noise, and it would prevent you from reaching perfect calmness and stillness. So immediately that means your meditations are going to be more difficult. Imagine the surface of a pond. Now if it's wavy, you can't see any reflection. As soon as everything settles, you see the clouds, or if it's night, you see the stars and the moon in the perfect calm surface. So this is one of the things. Another would be interference with your memory. So not just physical events in everyday life, but soul memory. You've already established the bridge, so many things are making it through. These guys would prevent you from keeping it in your memory. Or the other thing that these guys would be doing is interfering with your sleep, making it difficult to fall asleep, and then also quality of sleep. But also the storage of information in your memory from the astral plane. This information would not make it back intact. So it would make it much more difficult for you to remember your dreams. Let's get these guys out. Now, compared to what we did, this is very simple. So again, I'm going to use the sistrum and dislodge them, disconnect them, and shift them out of your phase, and then we'll take them out of your crown. Okay, so going around the head. And now very gently and respectfully entering the head from the left side. Okay, I've got the first 3 moving through the head, gathering all their little roots and tendrils. Now I'm at the center plane of the body, pushing all of it out towards the right side. I've got the last one. I've got everything connected to them, pulling it all out of the head. Let's pull out of your aura. It's all out, and now let's burn them. No point in negotiating with them. They were dark. They don't want to evolve. And then they start lying. Yes, we do, but I don't believe them. There's a certain resonance to truth, and these did not have it. Okay, so let's repair the puncture wounds. So it would be left side of the head and right. So 3 puncture wounds to the left and 1 to the right. Let's fill these up with light. And now one final cleanse, and we'll repair and reconstruct the bridge for you. So cleansing the branches of the soul star, breaking everything up that doesn't belong into dry sand, coming to the soul star, moving down the bridge. Okay, everything looks perfectly clean, cleansing the crown itself and the upper part of the head. Also, let's give some attention to the third eye. One last level of vacuum cleaning. Everything is in pristine condition. Sterile, I would say. Again, everything related to your energy structure is absolutely unique. Dare I say, I have never worked on one of your species before. The praying mantis, they're very rare. I don't see them often, although they have interacted with me, but never in this capacity. So please let me express my great gratitude. I'm really honored. Okay, so everything is sterile, in not even a speck of dust in the way. This is unusual. I just thought I would say this. So now, calling to my beloved divine, and calling to your infinite soul, and asking for fresh new light that is never used, never circulated, or never recycled, fresh new light and healing for the purpose of reconstructing your soul bridge. and every photon of light that spirals down from the soul star and enters the crown leaves a trail of light in its wake. And every light photon is strengthening and filling up the bridge. And so we are now encouraging more light to come in. Light is spiraling down, entering the crown. We're at 20%, 30%, 40, 50, 60, 70. There is a tiny string connecting the crown to the soul star that doesn't belong. Please allow me to just dissolve this away. Like a spider thread or one strand of silk, very delicate, but I can see it. It doesn't belong. We want the bridge to be perfectly light. So let me break that up. And that just shot out of the throat. So we'll do some meticulous healing on the throat for you. So far the bridge is at about 70 or 80, clearing through. And now let's complete the process. So yes, 80, 85, 95. Another one just shot up. I'm just going to clear it and finish the construction of the bridge. So, and now let's just focus a little on the throat. The throat is heavily interfered with, but we'll get to that very shortly. So clearing the bridge. Okay, and so while there's nothing there, let's complete the job. And 100. Okay, my dear friend, soul star, soul bridge, and crown, perfect condition. Plus, we removed quite a lot of mechanical and, let's say, circuitry, pipes and circuits, little implants all over the vessel. So the whole thing had a lot of interference. That's all out of the way. Looking very good. Now let's progress downwards. So first thing, I'd like to increase your life force by pulling in more light from your infinite soul. Let's nourish and heal the body with your own energy. Okay, so immediately let's turn up the flow of light coming in from your soul to the maximum capacity of the bridge. So 10 times more than what we were working with an hour ago. Pulling in through the bridge, entering the crown, and nourishing every cell in the body, every string of energy, and every iota of consciousness. Cleansing and washing, coming down through the neck, pouring into the shoulders and arms, filling the chest, moving downwards, reaching the hips, pouring into the feet, and pumping through the earth bridge into the earth. Okay, so this is good. The earth bridge is clear. That tar substance has been washed away. So it seems that could only work when the higher centers were also being restricted. As soon as they opened, now I don't see that anymore. It's been washed down. So your own healing abilities are kicking in. So now let's look at the third eye. Tiny amount of clearing. So let's clear the third eye for you. Excellent. Now vacuuming. So, soul star, the bridge, crown, and third eye, I'm giving you the thumbs up. All clear. Let's look at the jade gate. Good news, it's not blocked. This is good, because if it gets completely blocked, then there's a backlog of information that needs to come in. So regular level of cleansing. This is excellent news. Okay, so focusing on the jade gate, the back of the head, base of the skull, and opening up the jade gate, pushing outwards, and now vacuuming this vortex or spiral of energy. Okay, so the mantis beings, trontoloids, they have a presence in many universes. They are contractors. They're specialists or experts in creating life forms. And it seems that you are one of the elders that has a place of honor on the council, on the High Council. And these beings operate as hives with a hive consciousness. So every member is one consciousness. And so members are sent to different universes, and then they form many bodies, copies of themselves, to conduct their scientific work. In this universe, we have one main faction that is doing its job very nicely, governing the matrix and conducting the experiment, and there are little offshoots that seem to go rogue from now and again. Now, when this happens, there are local wars, civil wars, and the smaller factions are wiped out. Now, you have come to basically observe and audit the work of the mantis, and it seems that they were not quite ready for you. And so they decided to drop you in to the mix and buy themselves some time. So that would explain the very unusual level of interference with your body. They didn't want you to remember whatsoever, because then they would have to answer to the big bosses, the other members of the council. And as far as they're concerned, you've been gone for a long time. So they're thinking you're having a good time, while all the while you're down here in Earth playing this game of reincarnation. And although you don't remember fully, but you have actively been involved in giving information and teaching people. So thinking in a soul level, okay, I'm not able to access these idiots, the rest of the mantis, but what I can do is help humanity, which you have done over and over and over. That notion that you have created very advanced infrastructure, like the artificial intelligence known as Thoth, the god of wisdom for all intents and purposes. That is true. But it seems that this experiment on Earth was meant to end a long time ago. A very long time ago. Before Lemuria, before Atlantis, before Old Egypt and the modern age. And somehow your vote was overruled. They were meant to obey you, but they disobeyed. So your return to full awareness is a monumental step. Now this will ensure that the deadline is respected. It's over, okay? The whole experiment needs to shut down. They're going to move to other locations where life doesn't exist, other universes. And this will facilitate our golden age. So every time humanity reaches a certain level of advancement, an extinction event happens, about once every 10 or 12,000 years, pushing us back down. Otherwise, naturally, we are of such a degree of intelligence and divine connection, we would be masters of the stars by now. Look at all we have done in the past 2,000 years. It doesn't make sense that this is our level. They've kept us down. The brilliant news for all humankind is, now it is guaranteed that this will not happen again. So very much so, you're the one that's going to put these idiots in check. And so many of those who have disobeyed will have hell to pay. I think this is a much more complete picture of who you are. And I'm feeling a little emotional now. I feel great connection to your kind. I believe I have aspects that are members of your kind. So we are soul family. And I'm very delighted that you are remembering who and what you are. Your presence is desperately needed. Because as humans down here in the simulation, we really have no chance. It requires action from the other side to flip the switch and say, okay, boys, we're done. Pack up, we're moving. And that's what you are doing. So this all came through as we cleared the Jade Gate for you. So let's increase the light once again. So I'm going to temporarily dial it to twice a standard human level. Let's see how your energy structure deals with it. Now we're going to move to the throat. The energy of this center can be described as the truth of everything outside is within me. But then considering there is no inside and outside, you would say that all truth is within me. I know the truth. And so you would speak the truth, you would know your truth, you would live in your truth. And somehow this was very severely interfered with, so you do not speak that. Let's get all of that stuff out of the throat. By the way, the remaining steps are incredibly straightforward. We've probably done 95% of the work. This is regular cleansing with the rattle or sistrum. Okay, so focusing on the throat, moving all those cords out. Now, please allow me to describe what I'm seeing. With the crown, there was only 4 AI. With the throat, there are many. Let me count a quarter of the way. 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. So 5 and 1, 6. There's 24 cords in equal distance connected into the throat to limit your expression. And so you do not teach people. So you do not give them wisdom. Isn't that something? So I'm going to remove all of it, all in one go, very gently and respectfully, entering through. This would be the right side of your neck, going in, grabbing hold of the left half, going through the throat chakra, collecting all the little roots and circuits. I'm past the half point. I've got all of them now. Throat is clear, pulling all of them out from the other side, left side of the neck, pulling all of them out of your aura and burning them. So these little nasty buggers, when we were trying to reconstruct the bridge, they were shooting up little strands of silk. So I think it was this device that created the blockage in the soul bridge. Now that is out, let's immediately increase the level of light. So maximizing to twice standard capacity, pulling in 200% capacity light, coming into the soul star, expanding the bridge, coming into the crown, washing the crown, third eye, jade gates, and now washing over the throat and completely healing and repairing the throat. And let's clear all the debris from throat above. So another perfect cleanse, and then we'll move down towards the higher heart and the heart center. So clearing the branches. Okay, by the way, now looking at the branches, you are one of the high-ranking members of the Trontoloid species, the mantis species, who interacts with prime creators of every universe, and they are your honored clients. So you're the one that interacts with them at this level. You very rarely interact down into the mix of things. So let's say your upper management, the prime creator of a universe, comes to you and says, okay, the life that I have created is very fragile. They just die. Toughen them up. And so samples of their biology, of the genetics and information about the environments they're meant to survive in, their energetic codes are given to you, and then you distribute it down the hierarchy in the organization to other scientists and groups, and this experiment is going on currently in many places. The one in Earth was meant to end a long time ago. We've already reached the pinnacle. However, please allow me to add this little caveat, this little extra piece of information, that the past, let's say, 300,000 years have worked to the benefit of humanity. So the ones that kind of overruled you, they were kind of onto something, because the introduction of the Draco reptilians, the Anunnaki, species of greys, and many other pirate species has made humanity incredibly tough. So in a weird way, it's benefited us. So when you speak to them, don't be too hard on them. It seems that the little guys were onto something. So Soul Star clear, let's go through the bridge, coming down into the crown, clearing the entire head, throat. Now moving sideways to your right shoulder, down the right hand, left shoulder, down to the left hand, again over the throat, and going over the higher heart. Higher heart is in excellent condition. Heart is in survival mode. Okay, so we'll fix that for you. So cleansing again the branches of the Soul Star itself, coming down the bridge. Let's increase the light to 300%. So every stage I'm increasing the energy level, enhancing the bridge, pulling in 300% usual capacity, washing the crown, third eye, jade gate, washing the throat, pouring into the shoulders and arms, also going down the entire back, washing the shoulder blades, all the muscles in the back, some tension stored in the physical body. Let's release that for you. Going down both sides of the spine, the muscles that are keeping the core upright, reaching the base of the spine and releasing tension from that. And now let's clear one more time with the obsidian, nothing in the way. Higher heart, thumbs up. Now focusing on the heart. Seems the solar plexus has been pumping energy into the heart, keeping it alive. So what we are going to do is call back your own energy. You've very generously gifted your energy of love to many. And so now, very gently and respectfully, I'm going to enter the chest and go both sides of the heart. Now bringing my hands underneath the heart, supporting it like a soft pillow. And I call back to you the energy of love that is all yours from all domains that consciousness exists. And so as your energy starts returning in powerful spirals, vortices, coming back to the heart, these green loving energy spirals or vortices are changing the color from yellow. More is coming in, the heart is warming up, and we're getting from yellow a very soft green. I'm going to call it a baby green. And so we're pulling in more energy and warming up the heart, and we're starting to melt it completely. So pulling in more of your energy. So the heart is wobbly like jelly. And let's continue pulling back your own energy. And it's melting from the outer edges inward. And it's now completely melted. We've got a perfect liquid, and the color is almost back to the emerald green that the heart usually is, still your energy is coming back and it's not slowing down. So now that we're in this liquid stage, I'm going to go from the right side of the heart all the way through and pull out all the little cords that are draining your energy. I'm through the heart completely. Now pulling all that stuff out of the boundaries of the body, removing from your aura and burning it. Any heartbreak, any loss, any betrayal that was still draining your energy is gone, as if it never existed. And so just please keep the wisdom from this, because energetically you're back to a state of perfect health. And you know what's interesting? Your energy is still coming back. So let's continue strengthening the heart for you. It seems you've been very, very generous with your loving nature. Across many lifetimes, this has never stopped. And so the heart is still receiving energy and heating up. It's starting to bubble, and the heart is starting to evaporate and turn into gas. And the return of your energy is not slowing down. It seems that you are owed a lot of loving energy. And so now the last droplets are turning into gas, and we've got a perfect green gas spiraling healthily at the center of the chest, and still you've got lots of energy coming. This is incredibly unusual, but we want all of your energy with you. It belongs to you. It shouldn't exist anywhere else. So let's complete the process together. Pulling in more energy, and now the gas is getting superheated and turning into plasma. And boom, there we go. A little sun, a little emerald color sun at the center of the chest, and still your energy coming back is at the same speed. It's not slowing down. Okay, so let's make the sun a little bit larger as we're pulling back all the love that you have given across all domains, this universe and others. So the heart is getting larger and now filling the entire chest, and the return of energy isn't slowing down. And now the sun is getting larger, is exiting the boundaries of the body, and we're still getting more of your energy back. It's getting larger, and now it's fitting your entire body inside of it. By the way, now that it is at this level of strength, it is cleansing all the lower energy centers. Anything that is not love is burning away in this sun. It cannot exist in this energy level. And okay, slowly the flow of energy coming back is slowing down, but we'll just keep pulling all of it back. The heart is getting larger. Now it will fill the entire room that you are sitting in. Pulling back more of your energy. And so now it would fit an entire house inside of it. And finally it's slowing down. So at the size of a very large house, we seem to have pulled back all the energy that you have given, and the energy that was not returned to you. So you have loved and people have not loved in return. Many, many lifetimes. I say, let's strengthen your heart even more. So, calling to the beloved divine and your infinite soul, and pulling in more loving energy, strengthening this amazing, powerful heart even further. So making the sun even more intense and making it larger, getting bigger, and it's reaching the size of an entire city block. Okay, this is perfect. So not only the boundaries of your body are clear, but you have cleared your room, your house, and a radius of an entire city block. Anything that is not love is either burnt away or it had to escape. So now let's return the heart to its original size, but we're keeping all of that energy. So as we shrink it, it's going to get even more powerful. So starting to shrink the size of the heart, getting smaller, shrinking it down to the size of a large house, and it's getting more energetic and more powerful. Now shrinking it down to the size of a room, and it's getting super intense. Now shrinking it down to the size that it would hold your entire body, and now shrinking it down so it's just the size of the entire chest, and now shrinking it back to its original size, and it is supercharged, super powerful. And it seems that it is operating very comfortably without any problems to the rest of your structure. And let's leave it at this, because you absolutely deserve it. And the good thing about it is you'll be able to feel like normal. It doesn't mean you won't get hurt, but it's going to burn away. So you won't have to carry that heaviness with you. So that's really good. Heart, thumbs up. This feels so much better. Again, in the amount of loving energy that has returned to you, you're rank number 1. I've never seen this before either. So solar plexus, sacral, tendon, and root are clear. As a result of this expansion of the heart, we've purified the vessel. And so let's just strengthen these centers, solar plexus, sacral, tendon, and root. So for this, I'm going to use the masculine energy, cedar. So focusing on the solar plexus, bringing it back to full energy. Actually, let's heal it because some cords were burnt out a few moments ago. So using the feminine energy and healing the solar plexus. And now let's strengthen it further. Okay, solar plexus, full energy, moving down the central column, strengthening up the sacral, moving down, giving some energy to the tendon. Tendon is very powerful. Instead of the original size of about a ping pong ball, this is the size of a basketball. Very developed, which means you have healing abilities as we speak. It's not dormant. You already have this. So if you place your hands on any part of the body that is aching, you can numb the pain and cause healing. Also on other people. If you have a pet, if you have house plants, anything you touch, you can heal and enhance. Tendon, highly developed. Root, let's give it some energy. Oh, by the way, this harvesting of Kundalini energy would mess with your sleep quality. And so this is now gone. Your sleep is going to improve. Also, your general vitality, life force, energy levels. The solar plexus and root are perfectly clear now. So you'll have more energy. So all in all, there was a lot going on that was not serving you. All of that is out of the way. And so let's strengthen the root a little bit more. And now going down the feet, let's widen up the earth bridge to 300% so it matches the crown. And now going down into the earth star, all perfectly clear. So for now, I'm happy at this level of flow at 3 times normal. You will be able to increase this naturally. The same way that you automatically fix the bridge to begin with. Now there's nothing in your way. But considering there was a lot of interference going on, let's be a little gentle with the physical body. So drink lots of clean water. if you can meditate on the water, so hold it in both hands and give it the energy of love. Pray on it, give it the best intentions, and then this will carry that energy. As you drink it, it's going to wash the cells and nourish you. So water is important. Get more sleep if your schedule allows you. So if you have any time where you're usually spending it doing other stuff, get some more rest, especially in the next few days. Avoid spicy food, avoid spicy people, and so maintain a perfect calm environment. So people that are going to bug you, keep them at a distance for a short time. So the next, say, week or 10 days, the body will normalize. And it's usually the most intense immediately after the session, because you're catching up to a lot. So just be extra gentle. So just to complete our work together today, I want to also pull up some healing energy from the earth, because the earth bridge originally was at perfect health. Let's get the second flow of energy going. So the light of the soul, or the divine fire, is perfectly coming through, and you're anchoring it into the earth. Now let's pull up earth energy through the vessel and connect that to the divine realm. So calling to our beloved Mother Gaia, and with great honor and reverence, we ask for her gift of healing. Our bodies are the gift of earth, and so she has a say in our well-being. So pulling in healing energy into your roots. Your roots fill the entire planet. So from every point in the earth, you're pulling in healing energy. The roots are absorbing it, and it's concentrating in the Earth star. And now we're pulling up this energy from the powerful Earth bridge. It's entering the base of your feet, going up, ankles, moving up to the knees, spiraling upwards into the hips, washing the roots, tanden sacral, reaching solar plexus, going up, washing the heart, higher heart and throat, now pouring into the shoulders and filling the entire hand, going up the neck, washing the head, pumping powerfully up the soul bridge, entering the soul star, nourishing the branches and connecting earth to heaven. And so now you have two powerful healing flows going through the vessel. Let's just harmonize and balance these two flows together. So these two powerful spirals are working in brilliant harmony, nourishing you and strengthening you. There we go. And now to finish everything, I'm going to do a hula hoop around your aura, starting from above the head and going over the aura, now at shoulder level, moving down mid-torso, moving down hip level, going around the feet and joining at the bottom of your feet. Let's do one more time, repairing any tears or damages in the aura. So going over the head, now around the neck, shoulders, heart level, coming down at the level of the hips, going down around the knees, beyond the ankles, and joining underneath your feet. And final round, let's bring the aura to a mirror polish, starting above the head, coming down around the head, now at neck level, shoulders, moving down mid-chest, moving down at hip level, down the feet, going down beyond the base of the feet and connecting under the feet for you. So everything is looking perfect, shiny, shiny, shiny. And I'd like to give you some badass defenses. So now outside this newly repaired aura, I'm going to give you every color of divine fire. So igniting the divine flame in all its glorious versions, from infrared to red, through to violet and ultraviolet, and in all its colors that can possibly exist. I ignite the sacred divine flame around your aura, so that all that comes into contact with you will evolve and ascend, or burn and degenerate to such a degree that whatever remains can be of service to the highest good of all once again. And so therefore, one way or another, the beings coming into contact with you will benefit and eventually evolve. So now you've got all these different colors of fire around your aura, and it won't be draining for you. It has its own intelligence. It's the sacred fire. So that will keep you happy and healthy for a very long time. Please consider this level of energy work was not done, at least in the previous 20,000 years for you. Whoever you are, hello, you're awesome. Okay, so
My boyfriend.
well, give him my warmest regards.
We say
So,
hi.
we've gone through. So we've completed the process. This level of cleansing has not been done for you in a very long time. Many different human bodies you have occupied, and these limitations have existed. This would have started probably around 350,000 years ago. As you were meant to roll out the experiment, bring it to a close, and all the praying mantis were supposed to move on. Some of them were very naughty. They said, "Hey boss, let us try this," and you said, no. And then they insisted, so they dropped you into the pot with the rest of the souls. But eventually it benefited humanity. We turned out super tough, which is a good thing. And so now it's time for this to come to a close, and now you are back to you. So you will not be forced to reincarnate ever again. If you choose to come back, that is your choice, but I think there are more beautiful places than Earth that you would like to visit. That is completely up to you now. You're not restricted. And so I'm extremely happy with this process. I would give you the thumbs up. All energy centers are meticulously clean. And in the following days or weeks, please don't be a stranger. Write to me whenever you like, and I'll do my absolute best to get back to you, if not immediately, very, very quickly. And so also I'll wait for Zoom to process, and I'll send you a download link for this session. Okay, so it's been an absolute honor working with you. Thank you for who you are and what you do, which is spreading life in places where life does not exist. That is what you are supervising and overseeing. So thank you, because life is beauty, life is grace, and life is elegance. And things are better with life compared to when life doesn't exist. So thank you so much.
Thank you for all your help today.
It's an absolute honor. So take really good care of yourself, and I hope you have a really brilliant day.
Thank you, you too. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. All the very best to you. Take care of yourself.
Thank you. Take care.
Bye.
Bye.
Bye.